Okay, there it is. About to say, for me, it still said off air, but now it says on air. Hi, everybody. It's Joyce in Atlanta. Thank you, Aurelis, for setting this up because I know Janine had a family obligation. We've been talking a lot about videos, and Rashay did something on short videos. So we were going to talk about longer videos, but I kind of actually want to make it about a video series, doing two-parters and things like that. So hopefully this will work. I have created a playlist on YouTube that I want us to watch these two videos. So if you click the YouTube app on the side, you should be able to see it. Do you guys, when you click the YouTube app, do I come up? Do you see me with a brown dress on and cream earrings? Okay. Arella says she sees me. I see
Yeah.
Brandy's in it. Okay. So this, I'm going to show you a two-part video review that I did with an item that I bought with my own money. Last year, before I went to Disney Social Media Moms, I bought a car seat bag for AJ's car seat because we flew to Orlando and I rented a car for a day because we stayed off property before we went. So this first video is one that my husband shot for me. So there's definitely more moving around and it looks better. And then the second, and in the first video, I promised my audience I'm going to give you a part two, and then I give them the part two. And I just created a playlist for us. So hopefully this will all play. I'm going to try to rewind it just a skosh. But if not, here we go. So let me see if it'll play the next one. It should have. Nope, it's not working with me. Crap. Why would it do that? Here, let me press that.
Here we go.
Oh, mother of pearl. Other one. Of course, when I tried it before it worked. So that was part one, the video my husband shot. So there's a lot of moving around and demonstrating in that video. Hopefully I can show you this one. Hold
Joyce,
on.
maybe if you hit the add videos to playlist.
I thought that's what I.
If you have a business, you have a story. And of
Maybe
course,
try one more time.
so
Hold on, yeah. So if I do. But if I hit this X, remove this video from the playlist. Add videos to playlist.
Because I only see one video in the playlist.
Hmm. Then maybe I did it wrong, which is very likely to happen. But see, when I look at the playlist on YouTube, there's...
What you watching?
Hold on, everybody. Sorry about that.
I didn't mean to do
Joyce, do you want to try to put the link in the comment section, and I'll try to see if I can add it on my end? Joyce? Joyce?
Okay, sorry, my mic got muted. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now I can't find the video at all. This is totally like backfiring on me when I tested it out earlier. So I'm looking like a real video pro, right?
You are a real video pro.
But I lost my video in my own playlist. I think I changed the title. Hold on, let me see this. Childress.
Hi, it's Joyce with MommyTalkShow.com, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is part of a Blog Mom Challenge, and I'm looking around at YouTube. If they haven't already, it's going to be changing around the look of our YouTube channel. I'm not sure.
I hope you guys aren't seeing. Do I need to stop my... Is my YouTube channel playing?
Just to give you
I was trying to find it.
blog about
Oh, okay.
You're not going crazy.
Family-friendly products, and I also have some.
I literally just watched both of these videos. I think I added the first video twice, and then I don't know what I did with the second video. So that's part of the problem. So let me do that. Seat. How did I do that?
Any way you can.
Joyce, I found
The
it.
image may be tilted, or the angle may be.
Okay, can you share it? Because I totally messed up. I don't know what I did.
Let's see.
Thank you,
everyone see
guys.
that?
Can everybody see it?
Can you guys see the second video? It's titled JL, childress car seat, travel bad review part 2.
We see it. I think this is it.
Yes, that's it. That's the right one, Aurelis. Thank you.
All right, just in case that's the link, I'm gonna hit play now.
Thank you, Aurelis, for finding that second video and letting me know that I was not purely, like, really sleep deprived and crazy.
No problem.
So that was a two-part video review that I did, like I said, of the bag. And I kept both of those to under 2 minutes. The first one was 1:45 and the second one was 2 minutes. But altogether, it's about 4 minutes. And we really don't want videos to be much longer than that. So I feel like in those two videos, I answered what people would want to know, told them the results, and kept it moving. What questions do you all have about video reviews or, doing two-parters? Or do you have anything in your house that you could possibly do a two-part review on?
I have a question. What do you use a video camera? I think you might have mentioned that in a previous session, but just for anyone who's listening now, do you use a camera? Do you use a video recorder? I also saw that you were using a mic. How does that work with what you're working with?
Yes, I have, actually, in terms of video, I probably have like 4 things that would shoot video. I have my Canon HD camcorder that has a microphone input. I have my iPhone. I have my digital camera that has the ability to record video. I think there's one other thing. Oh, and then I had a flip cam. But the only two that don't have a mic input would be the flip cam and the digital camera. Like the one that you can do for still photos. Mine has a little thing on the side where you can adjust it and say you want it to record video. And like, did I edit the videos at all, or did I just point and shoot? That's a question from Rashay. The first one was just, like I said, my husband shot that video. I grabbed him before he left and walked out the door. So that's why he was able to pan down, and I had already put the car seat in the bag and show that and pan up and do all that. So he did that for me. In the second video, I was just sitting still and I just shot that one on my tripod. Both of them I had the microphone, but you can tell in the second video, could you tell Rashay that I edited in the video from the first one and then I put before and after to kind of, clearly show before and after? Forgive me, I'm operating on very little sleep. So I wanted to, kind of do that. How did you do that? I use iMovie to edit. I just downloaded a version of Final Cut, but I'm a punk, so I haven't dove into it yet. So I used iMovie and just used their, I mean, in news we would call it a super or, or lower third feature that would allow you to put up fonts and different things of what you want. I also could have put it into like a small box in the side. You can also do split screens and things like that. So at that point, I don't think I knew how to do the split screen on iMovie, but you can do that as well. Roche says, how long did it take you to edit? I did a vlog and swear it took me almost an hour to get it right. It doesn't take me long to edit because I make sure that when I shoot it, we call it like editing in the camera for people who are in news. So you want to make sure that you're getting that one good take so that you're not doing it over and over and over again and trying to edit. I don't like when people take things that they've done 20 times and chop it all up and make it look like they did it once. Because to me, I can tell. Maybe somebody else can't tell, but I can tell. So I try my best to do everything in one take. And then Arella said of non-Mac apps, programs, and I think Amira answered that. Windows Movie Maker, Pinnacle is another editing software you can get from Best Buy and things like that. I've never used Windows Movie Maker. I was using Pinnacle software when I was on a PC, and then my PC kept crashing, and then I just switched to a Mac. So like I said, now I use iMovie, and I'm going to start using Final Cut. Pinnacle. And YouTube, I've never used their editing tools, Brandy. I know, Jendi from Simple Vlogging Tips, she has used YouTube to edit. But the bad thing about that is if you, let's say like Roche, you took like 20 takes of something and you edit it, you have to upload all of that there. And once you upload it, that's not true? Oh, okay, yeah. You have to upload it all there. And then I've heard you basically are losing the rights to like even your mistakes. So if you've done like 20 mistakes, YouTube already has all of it. Yeah, that does blow. So I've never done it that way. If I'm on YouTube, I want it to be the way I edited it and the way I want it to be, as close to picture perfect as possible. YouTube is good for adding links. I've used it for that too, Sarah. Okay.
YouTube, you can also, they have a feature that if your video is shaky, you can stabilize it. Because I know for me, I don't use a tripod. I usually use my phone when I'm making the videos, or my my Sony Vloggy, and my hand is not so steady. So I like that feature of being able to stabilize the video. I normally see a difference between the before and after just because, again, my hand is not steady. Another thing that it does is you can change the look of the video. So like, let's say if you wanted to be more creative, you can kind of make your video into a cartoon. I haven't used that feature yet, but I mean, that's always something to keep in mind. Maybe if you're telling stories or a book review on children's books, that could be a good way to, have parents and children looking at reviews of books that they want to read.
And one of the things, Roche wanted to know, what kind of response do I get in the videos? If it's a product that people really want to know about, is good. I've done a couple of car reviews that I've gotten great responses on, and I know Amira has too, reviewing the Kias and things like that. I mean, people love to, get inside a car or, actually have you demonstrate what works and what doesn't work. So when I just reviewed the Kia Optima post, I think I posted it Monday, I didn't say in the video, but I said in the copy that I'm going to do a second part video because the first one was more showing the room that was in the car once I packed, my bag and the car seat and, well, the big old Graco stroller that I have. And then in the second video, I'm going to show more of the features. So I had asked on Facebook when I first got the car, what did people want to see in the car? And then I'm going to answer that in the second video. So someone wanted to know like how many cup holders are there? Because, you know, if you have more than 2 kids, everybody needs their own cup, everyone needs their own space. So I'm going to show people that in the card in the second video.
Hey Joyce,
Yes.
I don't. You were probably going to get to it, or maybe not. But one way to make especially a review into a series for a video, is to do just a straight review for the first video, and then in the next 1 or 2 videos, use the product in a certain manner. Like if it's a blender, you show how the blender works, but in the next video, make a recipe and then use the blender for the recipe.
Right.
Then you'll get people wanting to see how it works, but you'll also get people who want to see the recipe, if people are trying to figure out how you can make a review into like a series.
Right. And that's what I'm, you know, trying to do is, you know, take the content and make it last longer and let people watch the whole story. So asking people ahead of time, what do they want to see or what questions do they have, is another good way to do that too. And then answering that in follow-up videos, because maybe you can't do it all in one. Maybe you can't do it all in two. You don't want it to be, people are not going to sit there and watch a video for 30 minutes, but they'll watch 2 2-minute videos because you're saying, hey, I'm going to show you in multiple parts that I'm going to take you on this journey and show you how it works. So I think that's why I got a great response from the JL Childress videos. What about from brands? How do they like videos? I smell another challenge, or see it, as it were. The brands that I've worked with, of course, they love video because they, you know, you're telling a story. In my case, I'm a TV mom, you know, that is able to, you know, just really show how something works. One of my most popular videos is the one I did with potty training with my son. That was a potty tots video, which I could possibly do another part on, but he ain't pooping real right now, so. But that's not the fault of the product, that's just the fault of him. Sorry. How can let me see if I can put that one up here. Okay, so I saw everybody laughing during the Potty Tots video.
That was such a cute video.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so funny because now I'm like, see how much he's grown. But I wanted to say one of the things that I added beyond, I did get paid to do that video. When the Potty Tots owner came to me, I pitched the video, and then I also pitched a Facebook chat on my page for her to answer mom's potty training questions. So that was a way to kind of package that all together, and she absolutely loved the video. She was like, I've never had anybody do a video review that was that good. And as cute as AJ was, that was hard as hell to edit because he kept interrupting me. So I just decided, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go with what he says. And I didn't really, like, I had a script in my head, but I had to keep changing it because of him. So when he started saying, I know the 6 steps, I just asked him what they were and did that. Yeah, like Brandy says, people love kids with videos. People who, I get emails about that video. People who probably don't even read my blog regularly or just come and they just find it. And they were like, that video is great. I had it on my sidebar for a while. I may put it back up. But what do you guys think about not just doing a video, but having someone from the brand or a rep also, you know, being in a position to answer folks' questions? So, like if Amira does something on a recipe, she could have another, I don't know, whoever made that recipe, whoever represents that brand, someone could come on and, you know, on her Facebook page or even include them in her frugal chat to talk about, you know, coupons and ways to save on that. Amira's putting her thumb up.
What was the question again?
I was asking, what do you think about not just doing a video, but positioning it as some way to have that brand show their expertise or working that into the story? Like I said, I had the potty training lady come on my Facebook page and we did a Facebook event, and it was basically just like a Twitter chat but on Facebook, because most of my audience who's not bloggers aren't on Twitter. Twitter is how I communicate with you guys and brands. The moms who watch my show who are in my play group, they're not on Twitter.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I wouldn't like them in the video. I think what makes this video so special is it's a real mom with a real kid. And then you take it to that next level when you have that chat with a brand rep. I think that's awesome.
Amira, have you done anything like that?
You mean like tie in a chat or anything like that?
Something else, or doing or working in more than one video with a brand?
Yep. Well, in process of doing that now. That's why I gave you the thumbs up. So that's the idea. Give them a couple of options there and then put it in a package and they'll pay you.
Okay, so Sarah says, are there brands that are willing to do that?
Yep.
Yeah, a few. I mean, not everybody. How would you find them? I usually pitch them when they come to me, because if they're coming to me, they're coming for a reason. They've already usually done some research or sometimes people say, I saw one video, can you do a video for me? You want to answer that question too, Amira and Brandy? How do you find videos? How do you find brands that would pay you for a video?
Well, my suggestion, and this is not something that I have done frequently. I don't know why, but I have done it with a couple of the app reviews, and it worked out really well. But just when you do something like what Joyce did with the car seat cover, and she paid for it herself, you know, find out who the PR person is, or even, you know, just marketing at the company, because sometimes finding out the PR, you know, their PR agency is difficult. And just shoot them. You can find their information on LinkedIn probably. Shoot them an email and just say, I really loved your product. I sent this, you know, I made this video. Love for you to take a look at it, and would love to be able to work with you. And, you know, can we talk? And just start it kind of like that, you know. But building the relationship, I think, I mean, a lot of people skip this step, but I find that the people that take the time to build a relationship, to do the freebie first, if they're going to reach out to people. Now, if they're reaching out to you, then go with the proposal and the, you know, all that. But, you know, if it's a brand that you really want to build like a long-term for real brand ambassador type deal with, then, you know, start off with what Joyce did with her first video series.
Amira, you were nodding your head.
Oh, I was just agreeing with Brandy, exactly what I was probably going to say. And also pay attention to the brands that you interact with the most. Those are the brands that you already like, and they already like the way that you operate on your social media outlets. So those are the ones that you'll want to approach, even if it is that freebie for the first time, or if you feel like you have a good rapport, you can always just go ahead and say, hey, you know, I'd love to do some type of video and really feature some of the things that I love about your company, or, you know, a product that I really love about, you know, that you guys develop, and maybe make it a series where I do 2 or 3 products, and, you know, we could develop a package together. And I also always use the word partnership instead of pay or stipend. They like that you want to be part of the team, so they're going to see you as part of their team, and they pay their team. So it's a good way to figure that out. But you don't want to go to just any old company or brand. You know, you want to stick to the ones that you have a good rapport with already.
And I was going to say, the mom who runs Potty Tot, she contacted me from Twitter, and she specifically said she had watched my Twitter feed. She saw the conversations that I had with people. She saw other products that I talked about that interested her. And then after we did, you know, the video and the Facebook chat, I asked her to write me a review on LinkedIn. You know, I was like, you know, just share whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to say, you know, but just whatever you liked about it. And she wrote me a rave review on LinkedIn, which is something that, you know, I use part of that on my sponsorship page too. Or actually, I think I embedded the tweet that she sent me, that this was by far the best video review she's ever had anybody do for her product. Any other questions? Oh, Sarah says the internet is forever and everyone's watching. That's true too. You mean in terms of positioning that a video?
Just in general, the interactions you have off the record, it's 10 o'clock at night and you're talking about farts. People know that. And you have to make sure that you're on brand all the time. Otherwise, you're not true to your brand, and you won't be true to what you say and what you represent.
Oh, I got you. You're talking about in terms of like what's on your Twitter feed.
Yeah, she interacted with you because she was watching your tweets and your interaction, and that was a draw from her to you.
Right.
So you didn't know that, or maybe you did.
No, I didn't until she told me, until she said, you know, I watched your Twitter feed, I saw what you were talking about, I saw some of the brands, and she could tell my child's age by some of the things I was tweeting, which to her was like, okay, well, here's a mom who has TV experience, who has a child who's about 2. She would be a great person for me to talk to. So I was happy with it. I know Janine just jumped in. Janine, I know you probably didn't get to see the videos. Maybe she can't hear us.
Or not, Rashay. I would say if that's part of who you are, then that's part of who you are. I mean, I struggle with that daily because I am learning just, you know, for myself to be okay with who I have a very strong opinion. I am a know-it-all, you know, like I feel passionate about a lot of things. And, you know, I think what's actually been stressing me out is not being true to that. So if that's part of you, I mean, like, I don't think everything belongs on the internet, but if, you know, I don't think you're snarky. I feel like you're kind of sarcastic, you know, and you have a dry humor, but I don't think, I mean, snark to me kind of feels mean, and you're not mean at all. But I would say that sarcasm, that funny, you know, that humor is kind of what draws at least me to you. So I would say don't hold it. Ooh, bye, Carol.
Yeah, be careful. She said there's lightning. There's actually a little bit of thunder here too, but that's just part of summertime in the South, is that there's always something popping off.
So what kind of ideas do you ladies have for series that you could pop off starting Monday?
Sarah, do you have any ideas? I know you had talked a little bit in the group about your pitches to, like, I know it was a drugstore or something.
I actually need to email them back. It's hanging out there. I haven't gotten a response back, and I just need to follow up. Summer's very busy for us. I have 3 kids, and they're all home with me during the day, and I garden and I can, and we have 2 birthday parties in 3 days coming up, and I'm going to be blogging all of it. So I'm taking all these photos and all these videos. So I've been doing different, I don't want to say series, but I've been trying to do like a lot of how-tos. I love how-tos. I'm a teacher by nature, so that's how I use video. Did I answer the question?
Not really.
No.
I was asking you more. I mean, you said it at the beginning that you needed to kind of follow up with them, and that,
Yeah.
and then you went off on the other
I'm sorry.
thing. But it's okay.
I'm trying to watch the feed and this and that. And slightly ADD over here.
It's okay. Why do you think? I mean, do you think it's anything on your end with the
CBS?
pitch?
I'm not real sure. I'm so new. I think I have it, but I'm not real sure. I don't know. I'm just so uncertain.
Okay. And you know what? Sometimes I'm just learning some things are just an exercise. Like, nobody's going to say yes to everything.
Oh, yeah. Definitely learn that.
So it's an exercise, and you can always tweak it, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, the next time around, the person, you know, they might come to you. I've had, you know, because last year I was doing my show more on location around places in Atlanta, and I had this sponsor that I chased down for like 6 months that people were telling me, oh, you should do your show there, you should do your show there, and she was not giving me the business at all. And then I asked my audience on my Facebook page, like, well, where would you like to see me go? And they were all pointing in the direction in the county of where she was. So next thing I knew, I think she saw it or something on my Facebook page, and we had a meeting, and then it just kind of developed from there. So you've kind of got to just keep on trucking. If you're going to do your how-tos and your series and all this stuff about summer, you know, just put your nose to the grind and stay focused with that. And if anything, if they're still watching you, you know, they'll be able to see that.
Yeah. Another one I'm looking to pitch, I've got it in my head, fall canning. I have a contact. Brandy's nodding her head. I want to pitch beyond the summer canning. What do you do with canning jars year-round? Once August is over, September is over, now what? And beyond cookies in a jar, there's more to it than that. There's one I'd love to do. It's a chandelier out of canning jars. I love to do that one as a sponsored post. There's just a bunch of other things.
Wow. So with the chandeliers, you just use them, and then you can just take them down when you're done, and then go back to using them as canning?
You could, but it would be more of a decorative thing.
Okay.
The way it's done would be on wires, and then they'd all be clustered in a row. So it'd be kind of like a block. There's it's on Pinterest. It's in my canning board.
So you could easily do a 3-part video on that, like a video on your prep and getting all the things together and the wires together, and you know what the theory is going to be. Then you know the installation is one video, and you know the end product. I mean, that would be really cool. I mean, I don't can, and I'm not decorative, but I would watch.
Yeah, and it's just an idea. I'd like to get support from Ball because I would be using their product, and they have their, I think it's their 100th anniversary is next year, and they come out with blue balls, blue canning, blue ball. Stop it! Oh, it.
Sorry, the third grader in me
Blue.
came out when you said blue balls.
All right, I'm like 6 shades of red now. Yes, thank you, Mira. Appreciate that. So yeah, I've got all these things in my head, and I don't know what their focus is. I don't want to be going, all right, let's go over here. But they're like, oh, no, but we needed something over here. And I'm like, well, if you tell me what your focus is, maybe I have an idea or something you haven't thought of. So I don't want to be walking in the opposite direction that they're trying to go.
Right, but you can ask ahead of time, like what bullet points or what's what's the focus for them.
Yeah, I've never gotten a response from anybody that I've pitched. I guess they just get so overwhelmed it ends up in the bottom of the inbox, and so there you go.
Okay, cool. Does anyone else have any other questions or things going on? Brandy, have you vlogged lately about your wedding or anything?
No, I mean, for me, it's too much to plan and vlog about it. I mean, I've had an idea for, so I have a post that's in draft with like 2 sentences, and had an idea to go to the farmer's market, how to really save money on your wedding flowers, because we're, and talk to the, the florist there. I just haven't done it. Do it. Rashay says do it. I should just do it. I should just do it this Saturday. That's a challenge. Challenge accepted. But, it's just, for me, I don't know. I guess because I'm trying to figure out, like, where I fit in everywhere. So it's hard to, where I want to fit in. It's hard to know what to blog about.
Well, stop overthinking it.
That's the thing. Stop overthinking it. Right.
Yeah, I think we are all doing that. And I find myself doing that too. Overthinking it. Sometimes it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Or to quote Paula Deen, I is what I is. I mean, not that you want to go quoting her very often, but
not this week.
I mean, I know for me, my struggle with video is that either my hair isn't right, or I didn't get dressed, or I didn't put makeup on, or I didn't do that, or I didn't do this, and then it just turns into a whole thing. So I try to make sure on days that I am presentable that I will even shoot something that's off the top of my head so I could possibly use it later. Mm-hmm. It may not be perfect, but I can always edit around it or do something else. And now that my child is deciding not to nap and become MacGyver baby and jump out of his crib and walk down the hall and open our bedroom door, that might be a whole other video in and of itself. See, he can do all that, but he can't poop on the potty. See, that's my issue with him. You want to learn Chinese, but you can't poop on the potty. Can we just, like, do these things in order?
That was me a year ago, yes. What about you, Rashay, Miss Inspiration Tonight? What ideas do you have for a video series?
She doesn't have a...
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I was thinking about
Hello.
This is my nephew.
Hi.
I was thinking about a video of books. I'm still, I don't know, a couple weeks ago I talked about like just whatever page I'm on in the book, and then I never did anything with it. But I think I might give that a go again, because I did the Vlog Mom prompt for tonight, and I have 11 books on my list, and yeah, I need to share those instead of waiting for me to be finished in the right time and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, eyebrows a mess, hair a mess, but I just went on and did it. So my problem is just getting started, and I just got started today. So I think I'm gonna do the book.
At least you did it.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I just think and then I wanted to try to do the Vine. I like the Vines, but I fell off on our challenge. But I really want to try to do like a 6-second book review, or then like whatever page I'm on, just kind of talk about that from there. But again, I don't know. I'm kind of like everybody else. I had to wait for the, like, I don't know, the sun and the moon and everything to line up. But I think I'm just going to do a couple of them and just do it, and that's the end of it. Just do it.
Okay, so you've fallen off from the weekly challenge?
I fell off everything.
Okay, well, can anybody at least do the last video? I mean, I'm not going to post mine till Saturday.
Well, you know what? I actually have the other ones too. To be honest, I had started. Can you mute that, please, or turn it down? I actually did them, and I don't know if like one day my daughter was going to edit it. Then she got in trouble, and then she wasn't in trouble, but then she was somewhere else. And I just have them. I just need to upload them. And I keep saying I was going to do like a little series and just upload it to YouTube. And I don't know. I suffer greatly from the was gonnas.
Or the round to it. When I get around
to it. My Me-Too list is very long.
Okay, cool. Natalie's been kind of quiet. Natalie, do you have any questions? I don't know, maybe her mic's not on, or...
I'm going to mute myself again.
Okay. Does Natalie have any questions? I don't think so. Well, I want to encourage everybody to get back on the horse and at least do the last video of the challenge, which I don't even remember what it is right now, but it's in the it's in the group. I wrote it and I don't remember it. And then I was going to toss out something for, and this is not related to video, but kind of, sort of, but not really. For July, Brandy, Janine, and Arelis, working on something about getting press for your blog. I have been featured on a couple of things, and I actually got interviewed on the news here, which was extremely uncomfortable, and I felt so hypocritical since I used to stick a mic in people's faces for a living. But how to get it, I know we've talked a lot about Heyro, and I think there are other things that we could do, and I know I'm working on just a press page to show people what, yes, I did say getting press for your blog, Janine. A press page where you can direct people to what are your topics that they can interview you about. So it's, you know, it might have a link to your about page. It might have a link to, you know, a couple of your, you know, your popular posts or things like that. So kind of like the person doesn't have to get to know you all over again and ask you all those questions. So outlining a page. Right, so it will kind of be like a press page showing where you have been in the press, but this is a press page that's going to show what they can interview you about. So you could either do it together on the same page or on a separate page. What do you think, Sarah?
Yes. I'm trying to think how mine is formatted. Mine's kind of chronological. I guess I would like block it out at the top, like favorite topics or things I'm knowledgeable on.
Right.
I guess hitting a little bit on my background, kind of culinary background, farming, even though I'm not a farmer, gardening, cloth diapering, things like that.
Right. So this way, if you, let's say you meet a local reporter, you know, it could be somebody who, for a lot of us, because of the topics that we do talk about, we would be great features on a morning show. And I know when I got interviewed, it was on a morning show. You know, it wasn't, you know, anything hard news. It was about moms wanting to work from home. This mom wrote a book, and here's a place where people take their kids to work with them. And then they interviewed one of the moms that's in my book who has quadruplets, and she works from home. So it was a pretty visual story. But, you know, we're not curing cancer or solving anything or, you know, arresting anybody. But it's something soft that, you know, a mom would want to know in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Just the moms who are up, getting their kids out to school. So I think there are a lot of things. I even think, Brandy, there'd be opportunities for you to be interviewed about your wedding. I mean, bridal magazines and bridal blogs and, I mean, all that there. Because how much time do you have? Your wedding's in September?
72 days.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think... have you reached out to any of the, well, see, I guess a lot of the bridal magazines would already be done. It depends on if they're monthly or how frequently they come out.
Yeah, a lot of them are done for like the summer. Like a lot of them do like, they're like 2 or 3 months. But right. So I was thinking what we'll probably have, and there's people that are already married. So I was thinking probably after we get married, like our engagement pictures and, you know, our wedding pictures and things like that are the things that they'll be most interested in.
Right. And then, like Sarah said, following reporters on Twitter is a great way of connecting. And then also tweeting reporters other stories that are not even related to you. So you're just positioning yourself as a resource of what's going on in your neighborhood, what's going on in your industry, what's going on this way, what's going on that way. I know I feel kind of geeky because I tweet to the reporters that my husband works with, so I can be like, hi, I'm Antoine's wife, blah, blah, blah. But they still know who I am, you know, if something comes up. And I want to say, did I connect on Twitter? No, it wasn't on Twitter. I talked to her on the phone, the reporter that ended up interviewing me about my book. But, you know, there are a lot of moms. There's, what's her name, Makita Burton in Kansas City. She does something on the Fox station there because she's the never-at-home, stay-at-home mom. So she blogs about just all the stuff she does with her kids. You know, that she has like 4 or 5 kids, and she's a stay-at-home mom, but, you know, they're constantly on the move. So when new products come out, when it's holidays, time-saving tips for moms, they have her come on. So there are opportunities. And then here in Atlanta, one of the moms in one of our groups, her blog is Field Trips with Sue, and she's written a book about, you know, just Atlanta attractions and family-friendly things. So she goes on my husband's station like twice a month and says, and talks about, you know, new attractions, new exhibits, new things like that. So there are a lot of things you all could do to position yourself locally and even nationally. Amira, I'm dying to get on our local news. It airs right in my town, just to know the first steps. Why are you dying to get on the news?
We have News 12 here, and they do a lot of features for moms, especially if it's a seasonal thing. They'll do back to school. They'll do certain things with your toddler, places to go in our area. And I don't know what the first step would even be to like get that even going. That's why I've been nudging Sarah to give us some tips because she's done it before.
Well, most of the producers, well, I mean, so is it News 12 like the cable station is there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, News 12 New Jersey. I used to work for News 12 on Long Island.
Oh.
So most of the producers, the morning show producers who book guests and set up segments, not necessarily, you know, because we would more so be featured in a segment, not a hard news story, you know, a breaking news story. Most of them are on Twitter. So it would be a matter of searching on Twitter for News 12, seeing, and if you can't find that person, like find the reporter and see who the reporters are following, because they're all following each other. And positioning yourself saying, you know, I'm a mom in your area, I have a blog, I do videos. If you ever need, you know, something about, or if you ever need to know about my neighborhood or something else like that, just positioning yourself as an expert. Not harassing them and tweeting them every day, but, you know, every once in a while, even if there's something good you found, or retweeting what they tweeted is great too. Oh, Rashay says people are broke, they want to learn how to save money. Very true. So if you, I mean, your fashion stories alone, your frugal finds of, you know, things that you buy, your $2 dresses and, you know, $4 earrings and stuff like that would be great, Amira.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anybody have anything else? Because I'm about to shut it on down. I'm teaching a class tomorrow, and I have not completed the outline for the class. It's the reporter in me. If it's not down to the second, I just don't feel like it's right. It has, I have to be sweating bullets in order for it to be good.
I hear you.
So I'll be up at 5.
You're welcome, Aurelis.
Oh, what'd you say, Brandy? I'm sorry.
I said thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being patient. I totally apologize about that video and adding it to the wrong playlist. See, even I do make mistakes.
Nope. Cool. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.